I thought today we would tackle the subject of how do I get this villager to move out? Hey everybody, welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Bree and I love Animal Crossing. And on top of that, I have been playing for a long time, basically since Wild World came out, which is 2005. So, I feel like I have a good amount of knowledge on the game, and I like to try and make videos that help people if they have questions, if they're stuck on problems, what do I do here, what do I do there. With 900 hours in this game alone and 16 and a half years of Animal Crossing experience, I thought today we would tackle the subject of how do I get this villager to move out, specifically in New Horizons. So, New Horizons is the newest entry in the Animal Crossing series, and the method of removing villagers is a little different than in prior series, where you could whack them with nets, push them, basically make them despise you until they felt like they were forced to move out. In New Horizons, that's not so much the case. Basically, if they are being given negative attention, it will decrease their friendship with you. Decreasing the friendship decreases the amount of interactions that they'll give you. And to get them to move out, you want them to interact. Whenever you see a villager with a thought bubble over their head, they're going to prompt you to either move out, come visit your home, have you go visit their home, give you something, play a game with you. Basically, they want to just start an interaction. And that thought bubble is going to be super important in getting them to move out. There's a couple different ways you can do that. First and easiest is an Amiibo card. So to use the Amiibo card, you will need the town hall upgraded, and you will also need the campsite. What you'll do is you'll go to the ABB, you'll invite Amiibo Camper, and you'll use your Amiibo card to scan. That camper will then come visit you in the campsite. First time is not the charm of this. You do have to invite the Amiibo character 3 times before they will move in, and on each visit they'll ask you to craft them a souvenir. Basically, you bribe them until they give in and inevitably end up on your island. So once you get those 3 visits completed, you talk to them a couple times and they'll eventually say something like, wow, this place is so nice, everyone here is so friendly to me, I'd just love to live here. And you'll suggest that they live here, and you're trying to kick someone out. You'll suggest that they ask that person to move out. They'll go talk to that person and say, hey, they were thinking of moving anyway, great suggestion. And that person will be well on their way out. The next method to do this is using time travel. I have to be honest, I personally don't use time travel, so I'm not super familiar with this, and I'm not sure how long it will actually take. But basically what you would do is you time travel ahead about probably 10 to 14 days or so. No one will ask to move out unless it's been 15 days at least since your last villager moved in. So you should probably time travel around 10 to 14 days. After that mark, you start looking for which villager has a thought bubble over their head. If it's the person you want to move out, great, go talk to them. If not, time travel another day and see who it is that day. Just keep repeating this until you get the thought bubble of the villager that you want to move out and they're asking to move out. And finally, the method that I use the most is, for lack of a better term, overloading them with love. The more you increase your friendship level, the more they'll interact with you, as I mentioned previously. So if you give them presents every day, especially wrapped gifts, expensive gifts you've crafted, fossils, they will increase their friendship level a ton, which will prompt them to interact with you more. And in that case, it'll just end up being more likely that they do ask to move out eventually, since it's kind of random, but you're almost increasing your chances by buying more lottery tickets. Once they ask to move out, you make sure that you press the right one, because if you don't, you will cause them to stay on your island for longer. And if you're looking to move someone out, obviously you don't want to do that, so go slowly when they're talking to you and make sure you press the right choice. So that is basically how to move out a villager that you don't want. Again, ignoring them does not work. It's a very widespread rumor. It does not work. You're just going to end up never ever talking to them. Hitting them with nets, making them not like you, that doesn't really work either. The best way that I found to do it is to just really overload them with presents. I started this method with Apollo last week, and he asked to move out yesterday, so it's a pretty pretty well used method. Of course, Amiibo is the easiest way to do it, I think, if you want to spend the money on an Amiibo card. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions or anything that you want me to make a video on, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to do so. I did make a how to make money video, although that was before the big update came out, so there's a couple more ways now that I think are really useful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss any future adventures. Till next time.